to another
Hello.
episode of The Waka So Far. Today, I have someone that I haven't spoken to. Well, I lie. I spoke to her last week to tell her that we should do this stuff. But someone that before that I haven't spoken to in years, like 20 years. The last time I saw Dere was 2002. So I've gone to go and do my calculation. 2002
Oh,
primary
wow, you
school.
did it. Well done.
2002 primary school, and everybody has just been on different sides of the world. But before I let Dere introduce herself, she is a personal trainer. Her motivation is crazy because I see her wake up at 5 o'clock. That's on Instagram, running in the cold, no matter the weather, whether it's raining, whether it's but just everything that she embodies is being an athlete. And since I've known Dere, like from primary school, she was the most athletic, one of the most athletic people in our set. Like, let's be honest, there. Let's not even. I don't come and play that humble card because
I'll try.
yeah, you used to play with yeah, whether boys or girls, you get eaten if you're trying to
Hands
run a track with
down.
Derek. Let's be that's fact. Like you get eaten if you're trying to run track with Derek. So Derek, welcome to the Waka so far. And if I've missed anything, please could you introduce yourself?
No, thank you so much. Yes, thank you, Sif, for having me on this episode. I mean, the honest truth is that I've been following you on Instagram for so long. I mean, I've watched various videos of what a beautiful individuals, you've had a chit chat with, and it's honoring, it's beautiful. Thank you for giving us, the platform, the voice, the everything. And thank God for connection too. Yes, like you said, it's been yes. I mean, we do have a chat group, like our primary school WhatsApp group. I mean, we chat there once in a while. I promise. Let me not say I promise. Let me not lie. I'm quiet on that group. Speak Steph tries more than me. But I mean, just to see him there, you try. I mean, one or twice now, you will say one or two
Yeah,
words here
well,
and there. But nonetheless, it's really been a long time coming, I should say. And just thank you again for the opportunity. All right. So my name is Dere Akindoju, like Steve had said. I'm a mom, I'm an athlete, I'm a full-time worker, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm everything. I think that's what I try to tell everyone that I do really. But most importantly for me, I'm all about fitness, I'm all about well-being, I'm all about movement, really. I love to run. Steve has already given us, a buffer there. Yes, I've been running since only God knows when. That's the truth. Primary school, like he mentioned, and I kept that momentum going. And this is me. I run a run group, run with Dairy. Oh, it's on this side. I'm missing, I'm missing my frame here.
all right, wrong.
So
I was
run
watching.
with Dairy. I personal train. I co-lead another run group called Me versus Me. I strength train personally by myself, trying to keep fit and just keep life going. But for me personally, my life motto, what I embody, and what I encourage people with is just go out there and do it. Go out there and move your body. Health is wealth. Health is gold. Health is life. And I'm living and walking proof that is. So if you're thinking, you haven't done this workout in years, you haven't moved your body in years, I'm helping you. I'm helping you stand up today. I'm helping you know that you can go for it. So that's me. Thank you.
And that's there. Like I remember one time I was having Eba and I saw your page. I was like, this man, this babe, you go collect block, oh, like but no, but no jokes aside, Darren has been an athlete. And Darren, I want to ask you some questions, like in no particular order, and if anything leads to anything.
Mm-hmm.
So there, you already said, what does fitness mean to you? Like in the sense of, and this is random. I just finished watching this show called Physical 100, and I don't know whether you've seen it.
Yes,
And
I
the
have
beauty of
beginning
it,
to end.
yeah, and the beauty of it is that no matter your body shape, no matter there's something that you're great at. So in your own view, what does fitness mean to you? Like, what would you say, like this person, like, or this is what like, and fitness means different things to different people. But for you, what does fitness mean?
For me, really is just being active, being mobile, and I say that because when a lot of people hear fitness, they're already thinking lifting weights. That's the truth. Going to the gym, pumping iron, chopping iron. But really, that's a part of it. I shouldn't say that's not it. That's a part of it. But you just actually physically standing up every day, moving your body, taking walks upstairs and downstairs, walking from one point of your street to the other. That's what it means to me. Just actually being intentional about moving your body, getting your heart rate going, getting your muscles locked in, getting your hips moving properly. Really, that's fitness to me, as simple as it is. Yeah, that's it.
And you already mentioned that since you can remember, like you've loved fitness. And same, like the first time I met you, like as I said, anybody could collect on the track. But can you remember how you fell in love with it? Like, was it your mom or your dad that said, or how did it, or was it like you saw guys running and you're like, man, I can do this? Like, how did you fall in love with it?
That's a very good question because I've never really thought about it. But one thing I would say is I definitely picked it up from my mom. Okay. My mom used to be in the Navy and she used to show so many pictures, about their training program, how they would swim in the ocean, the pool, how they would work out, how they would just do different obstacle courses. And she also loved to run track. Like she was also a track athlete. And I guess by default, I don't know if it's a by default thing, but I just loved that she loved it and she tried it as a teenager then. Yeah. And it's like, okay, that's something I wanted to try. Of course, going into primary school, and our Nigerian dynamics, you have inter-house sports, opportunity to compete. And I just jumped at it. Honestly, didn't know whether it would be good, bad, but okay, 100-meter race, they will put Dere. And primary school too is not like who can really do it well. It's almost like just house activity. Gather, bring someone from that class and put them there. Let them come and get points for our house, right? And I guess that was it. It kind of just stuck. They're going to secondary school, keeping at it, coming here to Canada for university. Honestly, that wasn't on my radar. The point was to come to school and study. I realized that they have a track team. Let me try. Honestly, it was a tryout thing and I made it. And that was the 4 years of my life at Dalhousie University. And it changed. It changed for me, really. It's so different from, what we used to do in Nigeria compared to, what we do now, rather what is done here in Canada. And I just loved it, accessibility to, you can wake up, walk to the gym, run on the track. And honestly, that was it for me. I would say my love really picked for it, when I moved to Canada and actually ran varsity for 4 years, university level, and it never left. It never left, really.
That's my next question. So thanks for the layup. So when you go to varsity, what was the balance like? Like, what is it like to be a varsity athlete? Like, how what is it like to be a varsity? Is it like it's more training than it is education, or you have to meet your grades? Like, what makes you qualify for varsity, if that makes sense?
Okay, yes. So I can tell you the steps. So yes, definitely grades are involved. They won't just really pick anyone and everyone. They do have tryouts. So my steps was, of course, I applied. They shared the dates and months for the tryouts. And now with the tryouts, the idea is to meet certain marks or certain times depends on what you're trying for. So for instance, it snows a lot here in Canada, so we do a lot of indoor sports compared to outdoor. I mean, outdoors are usually summer, indoors are winter. So things like 60-meter tryout, you come on a track indoor and run pretty much. And it's like they compare your time with an average, and it's an average time that you're supposed to run. So that was one. And of course, then monitoring your grades as well. So we also had this thing called a student athlete. So at the end of every year, you are awarded for being excellent on the track or as a varsity athlete, as well as being excellent in your books as well. Then, of course, there's also criteria of if you don't do well, you will be dropped. And that's the truth. And that's a fair bargain. Yeah. the first point of school really is the study part. I mean, every other thing is really secondary, to support your social and curriculum lifestyle. So if you're really not doing well, you don't even have to tell your coach. The your guys at the top will tell them, they know that so you will be dropped. And it's not like, oh, you're dropped, you can never be, part of the team. They really do have grace here. So it's for a period of time, maybe you're not at school, or they give you a few months to really buckle up in your books and then go back on it. And technically, you're still part of the team. It's just like you're on a break. But it was a great experience, made long life friends. Different for me because I did not know anything like form. Back home, 100 meters, you just run it anyhow. You are running to shall win the points for your house. So however you run, as far as you're running to the finish line, that's all that matters. But here, it taught me a lot about your form, your composition, even what you eat, how you eat, the times, what you're supposed to do before a race. It was different. And even just your form to run. Yeah, it's not just you go, we wear cleats too. That was the first time that running shoes, I learned what running shoes were in Canada, like running shoes with spikes. Before you were used to barefoot, right? Like in Nigeria, barefoot in the house sports. But here, there are proper shoes for it. Like actually, if you don't have the shoes, you cannot run. That's part of a rule too, right? So it definitely taught me a lot. And then balancing it with my studies. It was tough, I won't lie, at first, where it's like you're practicing every day. After long days of school, you're going to track practice, and practice too takes about 2 to 3 hours. And it's like proper practice. We're doing sprints. We're running like 200 meters on repeats. We're lifting weights. We're going to run on hills up. It was a lot on the body. Trust me. And the last thing you want to do after a track practice is to come back and say you want to read your book. Which book? It used to go crash now. So the first, I would say the first few months of being part of the varsity team, seeing that I did this for almost 4 years was tough, and then being at the time, I wasn't really the only Black person. I made a very good friend, who is from Bahamas. She was my buddy, but not to say I made friends with everyone on the team, but not really sharing that same, like, I don't know how to say it, like not really knowing who to turn to, in terms of one color, as well as like, oh, you're from Nigeria, I'm from Nigeria. I just joined this thing, who help me. Aside from your coach, of course, who can relate with you. That first bit was, okay, I had to really take my time to like learn the ropes slowly, gradually. And from there, it just became smooth sailing, really. But it was a really good experience. Found how to balance my time, my school, and also even figure out how to take my courses, because that was a big thing. Just fill up your calendar with courses, and it's like you're going to school from 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock. Practice usually starts at 5, so 5 to 8 sometimes, and it's you're knackered, man. You're like done. But as I progressed in my years of doing track, it's like, okay, you can just take 3 courses. Maybe have some days that you actually don't. So what I did, okay, I'll tell you what I actually did. I knew my sprint days were usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday, Thursdays were between hill workouts and weight training. So what I would do is that maybe I'll saturate a day with my classes that I know it will be lighter on training. And then I know that I'm very well prepared to train, the next day, whatever that may look like, maybe study in the morning, get some good sleep before I go to practice. But it really takes grit to be a varsity athlete, because it's a lot. It's a lot, because you're thinking of, graduating with good grades, of course, being excellent at your sports too as well. And there's just certain do's and don'ts too, when you're in training season, you can't be partying, you can't be staying out late, you can't be sleeping late too, right? So discipline, a lot of discipline there for sure. Yeah.
And how did that And did it have an impact in you becoming a personal trainer now? Or was it something like, okay, after this, I'm going to do something else? But how did you now make that? What did it? I guess it did, but I'll let you answer that question. But then, did it impact you in your decision now to be like a personal trainer?
Oh, it certainly did. Like I said, that's where my love for fitness really, really grew because outside of training on the track every day, we had days we went into lift weights properly, strengthening your legs, strengthening your arms, just your full body. And I loved it once I got the form right because it took months for me to be able to get the form right. And then just saying that, oh, you know what, this is a long life, dream for me. This is a long life journey for me. So, having that discipline for me is also the discipline, to get to where you want, and especially with fitness, to really have that mindset of, being physically active consistently and intentionally. It requires a lot and a lot and a lot of discipline, and this has been years of me, training my body, training my mind too. That is outside of doing this, for myself. I'm also doing it for others. Now I have a family. Now I have a husband, I have a son, and it's like long life too, right? Having good health really prolongs your life. And also to be a walking witness for anybody that may be struggling, not have that, greater mentality or feel like they can do it long term. That's 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 what has really helped me in this my journey of, personal training, encouraging, motivating. Yeah, that's it. I didn't answer that question right, but
Yeah, and and the great thing is that you've already spoken about your different run clubs. So before we go to run with Dere, so June 2022, June 2022,
yes,
I think
yes,
that's when
yes,
the announcement
yes,
came out for
yes, yes.
that, okay, Dere is a coach. Few months later, I saw again that Dere is brand ambassador for Lululemon, which was the first time I heard of Lululemon, but it was just like, okay, brand ambassador. I then clicked the page to Lululemon and I saw their page. I'm like, rah, there we go. I went to Vista Village. I saw Lululemon and I was like, man, made. So how did you get into pro ed training? Like the gym, and I know that you have a great community of friends. They're like, and from your page, like I can see your friends page, and like when you do the group like tag team workouts with your friends, I like when you guys do the pull-ups, I'm like, yo, there is nothing. You have to do your research now. So, like, how was those months of transition? Like, then announcement, and then how did you now become a Lululemon brand ambassador? And then when Lululemon now supports the run with Dere, like, we they do 5K now, like 5K run. Spirit is spirit. Us Instagram family, we see it now.
No, oh gosh, yeah. Last year was, I know I've shared a bit of this with you. Last year was a blessing, a miracle, and a lot of things that, I had just had in my heart, that I had just silently prayed for, openly prayed for, one-liners, not even really dwelt on it so much, just really happened like back to back to back to back to back. I mean, starting with the personal training, I would say that I'm part of a wellness fitness group. It's called the Black Wellness Cooperative. So this is a group in Halifax, Nova Scotia, filled with fitness enthusiasts, physiotherapists, nutritionists, solely to cater for, the community. So I'm part of that group and as a member, and one of the members, she's the owner of ProEdge. And just from also just leading initiatives in the community, towards led by the group, she had said, Dere, like you would really be a good personal trainer. I mean, I've known for years about her gym. So the way her gym works is, which is Korea that I'm working at now, is It's a space for personal trainers. So personal trainers already have their business, already have it running and going, but maybe just don't have a space. So she creates the space for the personal trainer. So it's like an open gym concept, not open to the public in terms of like you, for instance, like an individual walk in, you want to know, you have to have a personal trainer. So it's like me running my business through her and just paying for the space. So, but prior to that, I should even give credit to my husband because my husband had me, Emma, yeah, baby, start this thing. You can't do it. And I'm like, babe, relax. It's coming. Let's give it time. Yes, everybody is saying that I can't do it, but the truth is that the Lord hasn't told me. And that was just the honest truth. Me, I move by the Spirit. Me, I move by discernment, not to go all preachy on us. But when I know the time is right, the time is right, And interestingly, we were coming back from an event at a school. We had just coordinated for the whole day, full 8 hours. And I was having a conversation with the lady in the car, and she's like, we're looking for personal trainers, just watching you, at the school today. Like, really, we think you'll be a great fit, for our gym, our space. Think about it. I mean, just nice. Before I even reached the house, I called my husband. I'm like, babe, this is opportunity. This is not even me doing like, applying. And this is like, it's coming to me, right? And this was even no pressure. She had even said, just even try it out. Maybe give it like 6 months. If you don't like it, you don't like it. And there's nothing wrong with that. So that was that. So I said, okay, you know what? I'll give it a try. And the honest truth is, it's different, but I love it. Really, it's an experience that I put my hands on, finally, and it's like, oh wow, this is that journey for me. So that's that with personal training. And then, like I said, with the run, I've been running. Really picked up running after I had my son 4 years ago. So after I had Noah, COVID hit. Everybody was forced to stay in the house by force by fire. You could not do anything. You could not. I don't know if it was different at the time when you were in Nigeria. We couldn't go out to the stores. You're just home. I mean, everybody work from home. You see the same people every day. So I was like, you know what? For my sanity and just to get fresh air too, I picked up running. So I would take Noah, and I was on maternity leave actually. So I'll take Noah, I will go for long walks, like hours, 2 hours, and come back home. That was our day, really. Hobby will go to work now. Everybody go to work. So it's just us. Then one day I just started picking up running. Mind you, I was not a long distance runner at Dow, my university. I was a sprinter. So I did 400 meters was too much for me. Like, I used to dodge that thing so much. Like, it was just like, bro, I can't. But I always said, if I was given an opportunity to run again, varsity, I would try out for distance running and not sprint. And that's just because I've already done sprint. So having that at the back of my mind, I started just going on long runs by myself, just clocking 8 to 10 kilometers every day. I kid you not. Proper. Like, I would wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, go on my long run for like 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm sorry, my headphones are really bugging. I'm scared that if I take it out, I can't hear you again. So that's why I keep pushing it in. I'll go on long runs, come back, stretch, enter my walk the next day. And I really challenged myself to do that because I really wanted to see, one, my breaking limits and to really see how far I can go. But I enjoyed it and I just kept going. I mean, the honest truth was when the world started, opening up gradually, we started going back to the office, movements started happening. I fell back a little because I realized that, of course, 8 to 10 kilometers every day is not feasible. That's the honest truth. My body, my knee, my knee, so I decided to just come up with a proper structure for myself, where it's like, okay, you do your shorter runs during the week and just continue the momentum for long runs on the weekend. So prior to that, I had just thought of even just starting a run group. Like, and it was just through COVID. Running with my sister, I ran with my sister a lot, and just seeing how it was just nice to have that community, just group of people that you can just go, just run for vibes. Not even necessarily you're running for a training, just shout out there to run. So I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? It would be nice to create that space for people who have never run or who feel like they can never run, or people that just even want to go out, walk and run, walk and run, walk and run, community vibe. And then I had come across, I chatted with a few family friends, and then I came across, well, they shared with me this page about a gentleman in Toronto who starts a group called Me Versus Me, right? Basically what he does is just community style run. Every Thursday, go out, run, bring people together. He does the 5 to 8K. So I connected with him to say, I need support ideas. Like I haven't really seen anyone in my community that does this. And you're miles and miles away, but it will be nice to just get a feel, an idea on how you do it and even how to start. And then, I jumped on it, got my 2 beautiful family members, besties, to hop on as well. And that's how Me Versus Me started. Every Thursday, just run, really nothing. And it's a run walk vibe, right? So you run a kilometer, you walk a kilometer. And the beautiful thing about it is you wait. You wait after you run a kilometer, walk a kilometer, whatever you're doing for your kilometer, you wait at that checkpoint until everybody gets there. And you go again. And it's been beautiful. Just to see people come out and run, and we're blasting music, we got speakers. It's really a vibe. So that's how I was noticed by Lululemon, because one of the ladies that is part of the Black Owners Cooperative, she used to be an ambassador for Lululemon. She used to be, I believe, the yoga ambassador. And she had come to the run once, and then shared. In fact, she emailed me one day and she's like, "Oh, I need to connect you with one of the managers at Lululemon. She's a runner too. She would love like this initiative like that you started in the community." So okay, no problem. We connected. We went to have coffee. Just I'm connection. Why not? And I'm friendly like that. Not even like because I want to benefit. It's just sure, more friends, the more the merrier. She came, and the first day she came, she brings like pretty much everyone from the store that worked that day, like at Lululemon. So it was like, oh my gosh, this is like a whole party of people, and it was nice. We got to meet so many people that I wouldn't say night, but it was a summer day, so it was still pretty bright. And then, one thing led to the other, another coffee, and it's like, so this is the proposition for you. This is what we're thinking. Like Lululemon has like different pillars of fitness. So they have like run, they have strength, they have yoga. And she's like, would you love to be, the run ambassador for Lululemon? And the truth is that they haven't had the long run ambassador for over 5 years. So I was so honored, to be noticed. To be noticed and to be offered that. Honestly, it was such a blessing, and everything just aligned. Like even when I think about it, even thinking about it this year again, it's like these were things that I had in my heart, like just even without sharing, and it's like, okay, tick, okay, tick, okay, tick. I was like, oh my gosh, God, who am I that you are mindful of me?
On your lips to God's ears, man, and it's
yes,
this where it's not like you hustled for it. It's like he gave it to you, and it's because of also what you were doing in the community, which makes it even more beautiful. It's like
that's right.
They're just trying to. It started from COVID, getting people.
Yep.
So is it just that mentality, like in the sense of if God lays something in your heart, just start. And
yes, and that's so true. Yeah, and then I keep doing this. Okay, then Run with Dere now really birthed, like the brand Run with Dere now really birthed, after that connection with Lululemon, and then now just channeling what I really, want to do on a grand scale. So starting the runs, of course, we're starting the runs from the Lululemon store, the new store. So they actually built a new store in my city. So that's where my face
Her face is there.
Raspadon. Yes.
There.
So it's like starting the run from there, and then just also having other run initiatives from that, that still support the community and still, blow up in a grand scale. I mean, more to come. I mean, let me not spill the beans, but we're coming.
I'm here for it.
We are coming.
We are here for
Yeah.
it. One of my final ones. Your son Noah, like when I see you working out with him, it's beautiful. Like when he follows you to the gym. Or I think it was COVID where it was really nice because COVID, you were, as you said, you were at home. And I could see you like working out in the house. I still same time, maybe I'll see the little man just like come near you. Are you also incorporating him into your workout as well? What do you, because as they say, children do what they see more than what we say. Like,
yeah.
So what do you want him to take away from this? Like obviously he'll be his own man, he'll be his own person.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps seeing you do these things, these great things, like for the community, for the people, also for your fitness, long-term longevity. What do you want him to take away from it?
Okay, I'll just list them. He's strong, one. You're stronger than you think. Kids, I've come to understand, and I feel like they're all the same. And I know I'll use Noah as an example. You tell him, oh, Noah, can you do this? Or can you bring? He's like, Mama, I can't. Or he's doing his work from school. And it's like, try again. And he's like, Mama, I don't think I can. But it's like, buddy, you can. Like, just give it a try. So that's what I'm trying to pass on to with my fitness, where it's like, don't limit yourself. You can really do it, with that weight or with that run that seems so tough, or with that movement that seems so hard. Just get past, your mind and know that you can do it. The other thing is that you have capacity, you have enough space to do as much as you've been given to do, you feel led to do. And I say that because of the way my life has been designed. I'm still working full-time, personal training, being a mom, a wife, a daughter, and it's like juggling all of that, right? I don't want to say it's not easy. I mean, we've been given the grace, really, and we have been given the capacity. The Lord will give you something that you really cannot handle. That's the truth, and also just having that mindset that you have that capacity, so do it. And the other big thing I've learned on my journey so far is, as far as it has been placed in your heart, just go for it. Not everybody is gonna like it. Not everyone is gonna yay to it. As far as you're solving a problem, it's not going to be a yes for everybody, and that is okay. Be okay with the no's. Be okay with something not being okay with someone for you to be able to forge ahead. And I say because this has been a big lesson for me, in my journey so far, where it's like, I'm a sweet girl. Okay, everybody just needs to align. Like, I want that yes. I want that go for it. Sometimes it's like, no.
Yeah,
and that's so okay, that's okay. But the big thing here, the bigger picture is, as far as it's in your values, as far as that's what you're grounded by, as far as that's what you're led by, let a no not stop you, right, from moving forward. Yeah, those are my big three things for Noah. And then, yes, let's forget this one. Women are strong. Honestly, I mean, not to say that women aren't. That's not the message that I'm trying to pass on here. But it's just that to see a female or a woman, in a different, picture, rather than either one way the society has made you view, that being and that person. So that's also one message to say that, what, I can lift weights too, and it's okay. Yeah. It's really okay, right? There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing that is like, no, it's very okay. As far as it's their choice. Yeah.
That's their choice. And I was about to say, before we started recording, I was talking to Dere because I saw a workout she posted, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, where she was proper doing some high jumps off a box, and I was like, there's no way I'm trying that. My heart will just totally stop.
Even that that needs to be higher for me. So if you can do it, don't say that. You got it.
But yeah, I agree with you. And again, because we also mentioned that we both watch Physical 100. I don't know her name, but do you remember there was this lady that was a wrestler? She was supposed to be on that team, and they snaked her. And then when I say snaked her, they didn't pick her because they're like, "Oh, you're a woman. We want." She competed with the guys and she beat them. So I think anybody should see. I love Physical 100. Like, I'm a brand ambassador for any.
Man, my husband was watching it, and I'm not a big TV person. That's the honest truth. Like, I'm not even big on series. Like, I'm on movie because I know, well, after 2 hours that we're done, I can't be waiting next week. I can't. But hobby, he's such a big TV guy, series guy. So he was watching her. I'm like, these are my kind of shows, fitness, like, and I got so glued. But the interesting thing, the one thing that picked my mind, after I finished the entire season was like, I can't wait for a woman to be the next winner, on this. I don't know how long it's been going for. I didn't do like a whole research and stuff, but it's like, it would be nice to see a female actually at least get to the finalists. So
the top 5 were men, but it was also the competition they put in place. Like
exactly
for the competition, I was like, okay, but I would like to say, like, that lady, I don't know her name, even though I've gone to go and find out from their Netflix feed. And I was telling my wife, like, me and my wife were supporting this lady, and we don't even know her name. I was just want her to win, man, because they didn't pick her. And literally, the guy that didn't pick her, she beat him in the competition. But also just letting people know, like, fitness is not one thing. It's like, you have your strengths, you have your weaknesses. And then you can learn from someone else. But Dere, man, I say this to say, man, I'm proud of your journey. Like, just from someone that has seen you do what you love all the way from primary school to now, and to hear the stories behind it. Like, how it's crazy how you see it on Instagram, and you're like, man, I wonder what the story behind this is. And to know that your blessings came from being a blessing to other people, like something that you started on your own J's, like, I just want to run, I want to move, and then you blessing your community. And I love the mindset of you waiting kilometer by kilometer for people so that we're moving as a crew, nobody's left behind, and then all these blessings coming to you. I would like to say I'm proud of you, I'm happy for you, and man, I can't wait to keep seeing all the blessings that come your way, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So thank you for sitting with me. I'm truly, truly grateful. And hopefully when more stuff happen with the Run with Dere brand, I'll come back.
Thank you
so much. It won't be 20 years. It's going to be 20 years and say, hey,
yes. Thank you so much, Steve. Honestly, thank you for the opportunity. See, I get very nervous when it comes to speaking, sharing my story, sharing my journey. I'm like, what's going on? What do I have to do that? But it's nice, and it's also, really helps you be thankful, from where you started and where you are now, and to know that there's just so much more. And also, it's exciting to know that people are seeing me, I'm being watched. That doesn't mean I have to change my person, that doesn't mean I have to change who I am. It's just for me to know that I'm doing something right. Yeah. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Very much appreciated.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day what's left. And
you too.